June 28th, 1997, Las Vegas. Mike Tyson is losing. Badly. Round 3. Evander Holyfield headbutts him again. The referee does nothing. Again. Mike's eye is cut, blood running down his face. The crowd is screaming, but Mike isn't hearing the crowd anymore. He's hearing something else. Something primal. Something dark. Then, in a moment that will define his entire legacy, Mike Tyson does something no one has ever done in the history of professional boxing. He doesn't throw a punch. He opens his mouth, and he bites. Evander Holyfield's scream echoes through the MGM Grand arena. 22,000 people watch in horror. The referee pulls them apart. Evander's ear is hanging, partially severed, blood everywhere. But here's what those 22,000 people didn't know. This wasn't random. This wasn't insanity. This was the culmination of years of humiliation, manipulation, and a broken man finally snapping. This is the real story of the bite, and it starts long before that night.
To understand the bite, you need to understand where Mike Tyson was in 1997. He's no longer the baddest man on the planet. That man died years ago. What's left is a shell, a broken, desperate version of what it used to be. 1992, Mike goes to prison for 3 years. When he comes out in 1995, he's different, slower, heavier. The fire is dimmed. Cus D'Amato's teachings are forgotten. Kevin Rooney is long gone. His new trainer is incompetent. His new manager, Don King, is stealing his money. His new team isn't building a champion. They're milking what's left of one. But Mike comes back anyway, starts fighting again, knocking people out, winning. The world thinks Iron Mike is back, but anyone who really knows boxing can see the truth. He's not the same. He's winning on reputation and power, not skill, not discipline. November 9th, 1996, Mike fights Evander Holyfield, first time. Mike is the heavy favorite. Vegas has him winning by knockout. Everyone expects a massacre. Instead, Evander Holyfield dominates him, methodically, professionally. He's not afraid of Mike. He walks through Mike's punches like they're nothing. He headbutts Mike repeatedly. The referee doesn't call it. Round 11, Evander stops him, TKO. Mike Tyson loses. The aura of invincibility that survived Buster Douglas, that survived prison, is now completely shattered. Mike is humiliated, destroyed, not just beaten, but exposed. The world sees him for what he is now, a former champion clinging to past glory. But instead of walking away, instead of accepting it's over, Mike signs for a rematch, June 28th, 1997, 6 months away. Everyone knows what's going to happen. Evander will beat him again, maybe worse this time. Mike knows it too, but he can't accept it. His ego won't let him. His team won't let him. Don King won't let him. There's too much money involved. So Mike trains. Not properly, not seriously. He's going through the motions, showing up to the gym but not really working. His head isn't there. His heart isn't there. He's just existing, waiting for the inevitable.
Round 1. Evander immediately starts doing what he did in the first fight. Headbutts, over and over. Bang, bang, bang. His head smashing into Mike's face. The referee, Mills Lane, doesn't call it, doesn't even warn Evander. Mike appeals to him. He's headbutting me. Mills Lane shrugs. Fight continues. Round 2. More headbutts. Mike's eye is cut now, blood running down his face. The cut is bad, deep. This could stop the fight, but it doesn't. Mills Lane lets it continue. Mike is losing every round. Evander is controlling the pace, controlling the distance, making Mike look slow, making Mike look old, making Mike look finished. And the headbutts keep coming. Here's what people don't understand. Headbutting in boxing isn't always accidental. Sometimes it is, but at the championship level, against someone you've already beaten, it's strategy, it's intimidation, it's dominance. Evander Holyfield knows exactly what he's doing. He's not just beating Mike, he's humiliating him. He's showing the world that Mike Tyson is nothing now, that the myth is dead, that the monster is just a man. And Mike feels every bit of it. Between rounds, Mike sits in his corner. His trainer is talking, but Mike isn't listening. He's staring across the ring at Evander, the man who took everything from him, his reputation, his invincibility, his identity. The bell rings for round 3. Mike walks out, but something is different now. Something has shifted. His eyes aren't focused on boxing anymore. They're focused on survival, on revenge, on making the pain stop the only way he knows how: violence. Round 3, less than a minute in, Evander clinches. His head comes forward, another headbutt, right into Mike's cut. The wound opens wider, more blood, and Mike snaps. Not loud, not dramatic, just gone. The part of Mike that cares about rules, about sportsmanship, about legacy, disappears. What's left is the 13-year-old kid from Brooklyn who learned that when someone hurts you, you hurt them back, harder. They clinch again. Evander's head is right there, close, vulnerable. Mike doesn't think, he acts. Opens his mouth and bites down. Hard. Evander's scream is immediate, primal. He jumps back, spitting out his mouthguard, hand going to his ear, blood pouring through his fingers. The crowd gasps, then screams. The arena erupts in chaos. Mills Lane pulls them apart, looks at Evander's ear. A chunk is missing, actually gone, bitten off. Mills Lane looks at Mike, looks at the ear, looks at the chunk of flesh on the canvas. He deducts 2 points from Mike, warns him, but doesn't disqualify him, not yet. The fight continues. Round 3 resumes. 30 seconds later, Mike does it again. Different ear this time, bites down. Evander screams again. Now Mills Lane waves it off. Fight over. Disqualification. Mike Tyson is disqualified for biting his opponent. Twice. The arena explodes, not cheering, rioting, people throwing chairs, bottles, debris. Security rushes Mike out. He's not even trying to defend himself. He's just empty.
The world loses its mind. Every news channel, every conversation, Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear off. The media portrays Mike as a monster, an animal, a thug who finally showed his true nature. Mike is fined $3 million, loses his boxing license for over a year. His reputation is destroyed completely. But here's what most people missed. Evander admitted years later that the headbutts were intentional, part of his strategy. He laughed about it. The referee, Mills Lane, admitted he should have stopped the fight earlier, should have controlled the headbutting. Mike tried to explain, tried to say he was defending himself. Nobody listened. The narrative was already written. Crazy Mike Tyson is an animal. Years later, they reconciled, became friends, the Hollywood ending. But here's the real truth nobody talks about.
Mike Tyson didn't bite Evander Holyfield because he was an animal. He bit him because he was a broken man with no other way to fight back. Think about where Mike was. Customato, his mentor, was dead. Robin Givens destroyed him publicly. Kevin Rooney was gone. Don King was stealing millions. He spent 3 years in prison. He came back as a circus act, not a champion. And now he was being dominated again, headbutted repeatedly, cut open, humiliated, with a referee who wouldn't protect him. In that moment, Mike reverted to the only thing he knew from childhood: street fighting. No rules, just survival. The bite wasn't strategy, it was trauma responding to trauma. A man with no other tools reaching for the only weapon he had left. Was it wrong? Yes. Justified? No. Understandable? Absolutely. The tragedy isn't that he bit someone's ear. The tragedy is that it took biting someone's ear for the world to see how broken he really was. And instead of helping him, the world called him an animal and moved on. June 28, 1997 wasn't just the night Mike Tyson bit someone's ear. It was the night his last connection to who he used to be was severed. And unlike Evander's ear, that part of Mike never grew back.